Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be giving you my Pisces October 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant anyway. Well, first thing up is as far as October goes, the Sun will be in Libra from the 1st until the 23rd, so the 8th house will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on a transformation, regeneration, rebirth, even death in some cases, shared resources, emotional, moral, monetary support, crisis situations, sex, the sexual partner, intimate relationships, and given that this is Libra energy, this may be done with a lot of balance, a lot of fairness, a lot of justice, and also a lot of refinement, but also a lot of tact and diplomacy, and perhaps especially dealing with matters connected with sexual partners, people you're in intimate relationships with. Now, in some cases, this could shine the light, so to speak, on a Libra surgical matter. It could be something connected with the kidneys or lower back or anything that could be Libra related. And it might also be a time too where it might shine the light again, so to speak, on a Libra sexual partner. It could be a Libra Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Libra characteristics. It could also be a surgical issue connected with an eye at this time, because remember that the Sun rules either the left or the right eye depending on gender, and it could just be a simple like lack of balance and equilibrium with one eye in connection with the other, so just some imbalance of the vision with the eyes perhaps. So anyway, next thing up, as far as October goes, the Sun will be in Scorpio from the 23rd until the 31st, so the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong focus, concentration of energy and attention on philosophy, religion, higher education, in-laws, grandchildren, publishing, traveling abroad. It could be also global communications. And given that this is Scorpio energy, this may be done with a lot of emotional intensity, a lot of resourcefulness, a lot of passion, a lot of probing energy, and also there could be a focus on an in-law or grandchild where you're going beyond subterfuge and superficiality, where you're going very deep. This could also be a time too where in some cases there can be a strong focus on a Scorpio higher education matter. It could be something connected with locksmithing, or maybe a death profession, or such as being a coroner, or training to be a coroner, or a mortician, funeral director, or something with forensics, investigation, astrology, the occult, supernatural. So, and also could be focusing on making a very deep transformation, or one with using the help of astrology, or anything that could be Scorpio related. So those are some ways this can manifest and pan out. Now, next thing up, there will be a full moon in Aries on October 13th, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, in some cases, this could be about the completion or culmination of some Aries, a monetary endeavor. It could be something connected. It could be firefighting or welding, something, arson investigation, anything with fire, some kind of leadership position or management position, anything Aries related. And another thing too is this could also be a time where one may become tired, exasperated, full, so to speak, of maybe somebody at your place of generating income that might be overly aggressive or outspoken, somewhat brusque, combative, or volatile even, or a person that may be overly argumentative, disputatious. Could also be a time too where this could be about, in some cases, the unveiling or revelation of something. This could be something in some cases where it could be simply be about a possession, an Aries type possession that is revealed, such as something like maybe if you had a gun or some kind of weapon, or even a knife, something that could have been used for cutting, or anything again that could be Aries related, or even a person might come out, maybe perhaps the place where you generate income at, that might be, might be some violent situation that the person has, or some anger issue or acrimonious person, that place you generate income with. And also maybe where somebody's been over, or maybe a self-revelation in some cases where you become more cognizant of the fact that maybe you've been a little bit overly impulsive or impetuous, or overly aggressive in financial, monetary matters. It could be impulsive spending, for example. Next thing up, well, there will be a new moon in Scorpio on October 27th, so the ninth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, this could manifest in a multitude of ways. One way this could pan out is that this could be a time where you may embark or start some Scorpio publishing related matter. It could be something connected with astrology, the occult, supernatural, locksmithing, making a major change or transformation, something connected with death, or just some subject that you really want to go deeply into, or it could even be the beginning in some cases of a Scorpio higher education course, such as something with surgery or locksmithing, something with forensics, investigation, law enforcement, anything that could be Scorpio related, becoming a coroner, perhaps a mortician. So it could also be a time too where you might begin to really it could be where you might start maybe some kind of a beginning of a deep philosophy, or maybe going deep into some kind of ninth house matter at this time, or maybe expanding her. Or it could be a time where you might just simply put a lot of emotional intensity into really into something where we're expanding your horizons, or making maybe a transformation, might be start of a transformation in your religion or philosophical outlook at this time. So those are some ways that this could pan out. Next thing up, well, Mercury will be in Libra as far as October goes, from the 1st until the 3rd, so the 8th house will be emphasized and highlighted. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, well, at this time for Pisces, this could be a time where you might strive for very balanced, diplomatic, tactful communications with a sexual partner, someone you're in an intimate relationship with, shared resources situation. You're thinking maybe about being fair regarding shared resources. It could be a time too where you might be involved in communication regarding a Libra type surgery, such as something with the lower back or the kidneys. But also at this time too, your thought process, you may be somewhat ambivalent, indecisive over 8th house matters. And remember too that Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Libra Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Libra characteristics that might figure more prominently in perhaps in crisis situations, you making a major change or transformation, shared resources situations, emotional, moral, monetary support, and really, and whether they're actually beneficial or to your detriment. A lot of that can be predicated and dependent on aspects. This makes the points in your chart. If it makes, let's say, an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, they might be causing some loss or sorrow in these matters. But let's say if it makes a sextile trine to your natal Jupiter, they might be actually more auspicious and beneficial as far as those matters may go. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Scorpio as far as October goes, from the 3rd until the 31st. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, Well, you might find yourself involved in very provocative, probing, deep conversations with in-laws, with grandchildren. You might be thinking about making a major transformation or change your philosophy, your religion. This could be about Scorpio siblings. It could be Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Scorpio traits that might figure more prominently in your religion, your higher education, publishing matters. This could be a time too where you might decide where you're like going to publish something Scorpio related, such as something with locksmithing, problem solving, the supernatural, occult, astrology, making a major change or transformation, dealing with a crisis situation, even death, anything that could be Scorpio related. So those are some ways this could manifest and pan out at this time. And this could also be a time too where your conversations might be more incisive at this time with ninth house people, more so than usual, and really you're thinking about getting to the bottom of things in as far as ninth house related matters go. It could be matters connected with in-laws, with grandchildren, maybe foreigners, maybe something at some religious congregation or college, university at this time. But anyway, next thing up. Well, Venus will be in Libra as far as October goes from the 1st until the 8th. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, one way this might pan out, you might find yourself spending money in some cases on a Libra surgical matter, but this could be isolated, something connected with the kidneys or the or perhaps the lower back issues. It could be a time where you might be doing something in connection with that. If you're unattached at this time, Pisces, you may connect with a Libra Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Libra characteristics that might figure strongly and prominently in crisis situations, moral, emotional, monetary support, shared resources, maybe even matters with insurance and taxes at this time. And whether they're beneficial or more to your detriment, a lot of that can be predicated and dependent on aspects it makes to points in your chart. Also, too, this could be a period for you, Pisces, where you might put a lot of value in balance, fairness, refinement, and in really even being persuasive in matters connected with the 8th house, such as shared resources or dealing with a sexual partner, someone you're in an intimate relationship. And it's also about valuing fairness, balance in matters with shared resources at this time, and emotional, moral, monetary support. You probably are striving for an equal give and take at this time as far as that goes, and wanting peace in matters with the 8th house as well. And it might be a time, if you're dealing with a crisis situation, this could be about time where you're trying to put really some value in having some peace in that situation, and being able to put that to rest and have some maybe valuing maybe some kind of resolution in connection with the crisis situation, if that is actually transpiring. And in some cases it could be that a Libra relationship might be maybe factoring in that as well. So anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Scorpio as far as October goes from the 8th until the 31st. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, one way this could manifest and pan out, this could be about really could be spending money on a Scorpio higher education course, or you could be doing something connected with locksmithing or forensics or law enforcement investigation, learning to be a coroner, surgeon. It could be also valuing at this time making a transformation in your philosophy or your religion at this time. And also it could be about, if you're unattached at this time, Pisces, you may connect with a Scorpio moon, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Scorpio characteristics that might figure prominently your higher education, publishing matters, dealings with in-laws, grandchildren. It could be a foreigner, someone you meet through traveling abroad at this time, and it might be a time where you want a relationship that is very deep and non-superficial, and it could be somebody that you meet through higher education, it could be at a religious congregation, a college, university, it could be from traveling abroad or through global communications. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment, and until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.